Yeah, we're gonna do the camera like that, cause my room's still a mess. What's up, y'all? Peace and love to all. Um, we're gonna get right into it. I think so.
Just listen to that wind.
I know I left off at a.
If only you had ears to listen.
If I'ma just start from the beginning and do a short version of it. So, July 11th, I have a blood transfusion. Everything is going okay. This is a little slow of a recovery because by January 12th, I'm still pretty achy and, things aren't really going as great. Didn't feel like the best, most efficient transfusion. And I don't know if there was anything else that went into that, if it was late or what, but I had the procedure on the 11th to exchange the red blood cells in my body. So, come home, eat the whole first day. I just drink like water, and that's pretty much it. Maybe some Powerade or, body armor or something like that with electrolytes, because those usually help. Day 2 on the 13th, like in the daytime, I finally get somewhat of an appetite. And my family ordered the best pizza in Detroit the night before. So I didn't have any that first night. And then the second night, the second day, I was building an appetite. So sometime in the afternoon, maybe around 3 o'clock, I ate some lunch. And I ate 2 slices of the best pizza in Detroit. And they're pretty big slices. Like it's a deep dish style, large pepperoni, lots of cheese, lots of sauce, butter, pretty fatty for sure. Very oily, and it's not oily, but it definitely has fats and saturated fats and trans fats and all of that. It's packed with all that. And when I ate that, I was good. I just ate it. My appetite was satiated. I took a nap. I was like, let me try to digest this now, It usually goes good. Up to that point, I didn't have any problems like this before where I couldn't digest food. And there was no warning really either. But I wake up from my nap and I feel sick. I still feel full, and it's been like 4 or 5 hours. Mind you, I just had, this procedure, so I'm still tired. But it's been 4 or 5 hours, and I've slept, and I feel like I just ate. So, that feeling of everything sitting right on the top of my stomach is sitting right there. And I feel that. So I get up and I start trying to walk around and see if movement will help. And it kind of did, but then it became time to take my medicine, like my daily medicines and my pain medicine for the day. because after the transfusions, I have a much lower dose for a while. But then it goes back to its like baseline sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I don't need anything. Yesterday, I didn't have any, pain medicine necessary. So today, it's been a low dose, and only one. So that's really good. But some days you need a dose or two. I've never needed more than two in a day. If I do, I need to go to the hospital, so I don't waste my home medication on stuff like that, like fighting a crisis. I'll fight it, but not with pain medicine. But anyways, I take my medicine, and I guess that was like what pushed it over the top, because then I felt like I needed to throw up, and I could not. First of all, I hate throwing up, so I don't do it, like, unless I absolutely have to. But then I like needed to, so I was trying to do it, even though I don't like it. And I'll usually
it's
hold
so
on.
good to see you back. Yeah, it was intense, but I made it. I killed Sila. I'm sorry. It must have been awful, but thanks to you, the break had stopped advancing. You have given us a glimmer of hope. Oh, I meant to tell you. There's a celebration at the tavern. You'll stop by, won't you?
I felt we had to slide for Liv, so we was gonna kill Sila, and it was gonna feel great the whole time. Anyhow, I start trying my hardest to throw up, and I'm retching and dry heaving, and nothing will come out. It's just spit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's to the point where the retching and the dry heaving are involuntary now, because like once you get that gag reflex and you try to throw up and that gag reflex is hit, like your body goes through like these convulsions to try to hook whatever up it can to get up your throat, get up your esophagus from the stomach. So I'm like trying my hardest, and I can't. And I'm still feeling super full. So I'm like, maybe I can move bowels and get it out that way. And that's not working either. Like, I'm sitting there and I'm trying to go, and like only a very small amount is coming out, if that, and it's not solid. So like basically I couldn't use the bathroom, I couldn't throw up, I couldn't, like, I could still go, number one, I could still urinate, but as far as clearing what was in my stomach, I couldn't. And so I fought with it for a couple of hours, and then I started feeling ill, like real ill, like I couldn't breathe. Like what I was doing was taking more oxygen than I had to give. So I called my mom, and I'm like, Mom, we gotta go to the hospital. Mind you, y'all, I'm like butt naked. So, but I'm at this point scared of dying, because I feel like I'm about to suffocate. I feel like I'm about to suffocate, and I know there's something wrong because I can't throw up or use the bathroom, but I'm full and need to. So I tell her, just get the car, pull it up close, and I'm going to come downstairs and just go right out the front door. And then you can lock it up and come out the side, because I can't even walk. It's costing me too much oxygen to walk. So I get down the stairs, and and nothing but a t-shirt and a blanket, y'all. And I get in the back seat of the car, rush to ER. Get to ER. This is where everything like gets progressively worse after this. So I get to ER. I won't name the hospital here publicly. But I get to their ER and there's no one there, like patients. So it's a slow day, which is great. That's great for me because that means nobody's too busy, you know. So God must have been like on my side for sure because like I know he was. But anyways, we get there and they have us sign in, and while I'm signing in, I ask the nurse, you know, can I have a blanket because I'm shivering at this point. And there's nobody around. She's not doing anything or anything. She responded, no, because I'm finna take you right there to triage right now. And I'm like, bro, you could grab a blanket on the way. Anything. Like, why are you telling me no? Like, ain't nobody here. I'm not stopping you from doing nothing. It was somebody who didn't want to be there and didn't want to do their job and was just being mean for no reason. You know how some people are cold starts and they have to warm up. Well, that's what she was on. So she takes me to triage, which is back like past the first wall of the hospital. And once I got in the triage, I started convulsing. And I couldn't breathe. My blood pressure was astronomical. I was shivering uncontrollably. You know, you could see me shivering through the full body convulsions. And I started like fading in and out of consciousness. And they had to get a crash cart. So they call for a crash cart and they transport me. They have this big giant nurse pick me up and transport me to the room across the hall, which is an operating room. That's been repurposed for like crash units. And so they get the crash team in there, they get the crash cart, all of that. Like, I'm gone at this point. I only know this because this is what was happening before, like the last moments that I saw before I came back to consciousness was them, you know, yelling out orders to get this and get that and do this and do that. And then like there were various points during this time where they resuscitated me, and I was back for, you know, a little bit at a time until I was stable. So the first time, like, I'm out and I don't know what was happening other than, you know, I know they were trying to save my life, bring me back to life. I don't know how or what was happening to me, but I know they had the crash team, the crash unit, and all I remember is like four people plus a doctor trying to get a line. So they were like four people standing around me, two on each side, poking me in both arms and neck, and like they were about to start going in my legs too, but they got something out of my neck. So finally they get a line, and that helps stabilize me when I come back. So when I see that consciousness for a little bit, and the second time, so then I crash again while they're trying to stabilize and put a second line in, because they're not able to get what I need fast enough, and the oxygen, I'm not getting oxygen either. So somebody's hand pumping air into my face. And they want to get it they need ultrasounds and x-rays, or not x-rays, ultrasounds and CAT scans and all of that to see what's going on, because like I'm distended now. That just means like my abdomen is swollen. So
I thought we'd lost you for a moment there.
shut up,
Just
Cuff.
thinking Pondering,
telling a story.
ruminating, all the big words.
So, anyways, they resuscitated me a second time, and when I came to a second time, I looked over to my left and I saw that my mom was sitting, like, cause she came in with me, so she came with me to triage and all of that too, but they let her come in the crash room, like in the operating room. That's not supposed to happen. I know people might be like, oh, that's just on TV that they don't let you in there. No, that's not true. Like in real life, people are not supposed to, when somebody dies, they're not allowed to see your resuscitative efforts, because you don't know that you can resuscitate someone until you've done it. And you would hate to have made someone watch their loved one die in front of them. Like, that's not protocol. So I was low-key mad that they let my mom in here and let her have a front row ticket to watching me die.
Huh. If it isn't my fairy ungodmother. Thought they taught you not to judge a book by its cover. No? Okay. You get that one, being a librarian and all.
Archivist.
Look, the point is, I did it. Aren't you impressed?
Should I be?
Yeah, it wasn't a walk in the park.
No, I don't imagine it was.